All right, welcome. It's time for our Monday campaign, going various places within Taldora. We've had some arcs on three of the generally known four continents so far. And we shall see where else we get to as our time rolls on. Very fun as we keep moving forward. Last time, Mother Esme seemed to absorb the power of deity into herself. We'll see what happens in regards to that, as well as our crew having finally defeated Xanthoria and made a decision to pull corruption into Shana to allow the wood to heal. I've put in a large amount of interesting things into play for Northern Wild Mount. And thusly, our crew has completed a long rest and is ready to do some traveling here. So it is with that we will join our crew and see what is happening. Remember, you can go ahead and give some of that sweet inspiration through channel points. But right now, in the tunnels within the library of Malesmere, crew having completed a rest, have a whole cycle in front of them, and it's time to decide precisely where is it they would like to go. So, waking up from your long rest, I hand it over to y'all.
All right, everybody. Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
how's Shauna look this morning?
Matt, do you want to say or?
Her skin has more of like a dark moss that seems to grow upon it that covers on her way down. Her hair a bit almost, I would say almost kind of like stringy a bit, as her eyes still are the white darkness around the corruption taking a deeper root within her.
And still missing the fingertips and everything.
Yep.
You know, I think I can probably fix that for you if you'd like your fingertips back.
I mean, I'll let you know. We'll see how it is.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it was an aesthetic choice to keep it to go with your new creepy thing, or if, whatever. It's cool. Just if you want them back.
Well, I'm not sure while you were all sleeping. I kind of was messing around with Xanthoria's body. I mean, nothing too bad. And behind her is standing. Well, you'll see like this 8-foot creature that kind of looks like that.
Oh,
It's
boy.
this giant plant-like creature, but it's moss, and not moss, but like fungi everywhere, and there's mushrooms growing all over it. And she's, well, that used to be Xanthoria. I'm calling it Credence now.
Hi.
Totally
Credence?
impressed.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
Yes.
He seems like a fun guy.
Doesn't he? Maybe him and Ozzy can have a play date.
That'd be nice.
That is some revival.
I think to pressing matters, Carrion, as we know, is headed back, or is about to leave. I'm not sure which one yet.
He left.
Okay. I plan to head to Starspire Keep for at least a day to visit home let everyone know I'm alive and let them know that the corruption has gone up here and that they can inform Usadern and pass it along. If anyone's willing to come with me, they feel free to. Mother Esme, I would love for you to accompany me. There's a few things you might enjoy to see.
Of course. I'd be delighted.
So we are we splitting the party, or are we making 2 stops? How do y'all want to do this?
My personal choice is I should stay out of Bia still. But I mean, we could head there afterwards and I could stay on the outskirts while you all went in. Or if we wanted to split the party, we could meet. I mean, we could meet back in Vasselheim, or we could meet somewhere close by.
I mean, I could go to get the money in case someone tries to renege on the deal.
I feel like they're going to be pretty happy, given that we saved their entire forest and old city, and I can't see them really. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. What do we need in the way of transportation?
Well, any of you been to Basaeus Till? I'm assuming you guys have.
Yeah.
You all have. Okay, so Dewdrop, I'm assuming you know how to go through trees.
Yes.
That could be a way we get there.
I can manage there.
Yeah, and then that solves that problem. Then what about Starspire?
Azak, have you been to Usadern before?
No, I've never been this far north. Is it
How did
nice?
you get here?
I walked.
Yes, but which path did you come from? Because I'm wondering, did you come from the Empire side or did you come from Uthadern's side?
Well, I came from the Empire side.
Okay.
I
So,
kind of just traversed basically the whole continent to get
A
here.
long way.
okay.
The really long way.
I mean, where have you been that's close by we could meet? I mean, I guess we could meet back here.
Back here is good. I really know here, and I know Nicodranas, and I know that's really it. Anywhere safe is probably these 2 places. There's also Jorhas, but you know Jagao?
No.
I feel like
I've-
it's the closest to Starspire than in any of those places.
Well, you don't know. Do you walk through doors like Dewdrop does, like through the trees?
Mhm.
Well, Dewdrop, do you plan on joining me and Mother Esme, or
I sure don't want to miss. I was told there were baby dragons.
they were babies when I left?
I would hate to miss the opportunity to see baby dragons up close. So I'm happy to go all over the place, take people everywhere they want to go, but I would like to see baby dragons if that's an option.
Well, you could probably open a door then for them to get to be a still. And then, I mean, yes, and then from there, I can make a teleportation circle to the Starspire Keep, so... And
So
then
it
there,
would be Basaeus first, then Starspire?
Or are we still talking about splitting the party?
yeah,
Oh,
I was
that's a
wondering,
good
are we going
question.
to
Oh,
go
okay.
all together? Or are we going to split?
If we're going all together, we should go to your place first, right?
Yes.
That way we can not murder people when we arrive at the other
That's
place.
fine by me if everybody wants to come see.
Well, I didn't know
We
there
all-
were baby dragons, so that
Right?
sounds
It
pretty cool.
changes the whole thing, right?
It does, really.
Well, you're all in for an excitement then. And before Shauna will start setting up the teleportation circle, Do I feel like I can use teleportation magic now that the corruption's gone?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll slowly start. I'm going to do ascending to Tabis because I know they would be there and be like, Tabis, it's Shauna. I'm coming home with some new friends. Also, let any of the orphans or any commoners be far away from the keep. Any of the students, yes, just go send them on a little field trip, maybe for the day. I will be home very shortly, probably within minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Evacuate the building.
Is the building enough? I feel like we need to evacuate the whole entire place.
So you want me to send them with the two dumbass rogues that you left me with? Right. Okay. Sure.
I love it so much.
All right, everyone, it should be fine. None of the orphans will get hurt, at least.
We have orphans too.
Oh, yes, you'll see. And she
Okay.
gets this big smile on her face and creates a teleportation circle. Don't
I
worry,
will watch.
everyone. This one we won't mess up.
Yeah. I'm going to watch really closely as you make this teleportation circle because I'm super jealous because my teleportation circles only go back to the last rest that we had, the last long rest. And I don't understand why I can't make mine go somewhere else. I'm just going to really kind of sternly be staring and be like, but that's what I do this. What the hell? That's all.
Do you add these little runes?
Why don't mine work like that?
Okay. So right now everyone's jumping to the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
And I said we want to stay.
Oh, circle's up.
Let's go.
Woo!
Does anyone not jump in? Okay. Good. In that case, it gets cold instantly as the wind blows against really at your ankles as you find yourselves within a dark wooden room that's only lit by the ambient daylight outside with no windows.
Welcome, everyone. This is just the teleportation room, don't worry. There's more to the keep.
It's
Echo.
a little small.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't going to say it, but then you mentioned it. So, and there's no dead bodies in the room. They didn't immediately kill people.
No.
All right, good.
Okay. Stepping out, there is the white blast of light as snow, as far as you can see, seems to be around. As you look forward, you see towering mountains and peaks, and even from this distance, you can hear the rushing sound of water and ice cracking against the shore. Overhead, you see shapes that seem dark set against the sky, large wings flying, the flap of leathery creatures as they circle, and you hear this yip yip whistle, and they, as kind of in front of the door, you see all bits of like chopped up elk are catapulted over the keep wall, and you see roughly a dozen white wormling dragons land and feed, start ripping meat across. And behind you, you feel the tall walls of a keep. Looking over, the biggest thing you see is a large observatory framed in purple glass and silver rings that spin around it, actually elevating this piece above the tower itself.
This is a wizard's tower, is what Azok says. Like, it's above and beyond.
You mean that place? Yes. It was.
Does that
Now
look
it just
familiar?
ends
Like,
there.
because Azok has seen like, the
Azok
remnants
has
of
seen
something
one.
like that. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. It kind of. Did you lose a tower?
Did you find a tower? Was it in the Shattered Teeth?
No. It was like, it's on the coast. It was smashed to bits, and we fought a dragon there.
Oh.
Which-
Oh. What color of dragon?
It was green, and then it was a bigger green.
You're the one that created it.
I did no such thing.
You
I
were
made these
there,
people for 2 days. Made these people for 2 days, and they've already started this shit.
Well, now you've been hired to slay that dragon, so feel that I guess life is a complete circle.
Okay.
But
Did the corruption, was that whatever got thrown over the side to the dragons? That's not from the corruption that you're carrying, right?
no, that is local meat from around here in the mountains and forest.
That's good to
Oh.
know.
Orphans and children probably get some of it. Here, would you like to meet them? And Shauna is going to cast tongues and do ascending to one of the white dragons. She's named Vorgalish. And go, Vorgalish, the Ice Queen, come down here with your siblings. I have a present.
And they're fighting amongst the stuff. And they squat down, and all of them start moving towards. And they kind of surround you, and making these noises.
Never seen a baby
For reference, how big are these?
What?
For reference, how big are these?
So each one is about 4 feet long.
Okay.
And kind of stand at the shoulder, roughly like 3 feet.
Gotcha. Okay.
These are the dragons that we found. There might be a crystal one around here somewhere, unless it's with Gothic. But Shauna will pull out 3,000 gold and hand it to Vorgalish and go, "This is for you, my girl. This is for you to start your keep, your hoard."
Oh. And
Right.
they go to take it, and they kind of go sniff, look all, and then they like form almost what looks like a line with Vorgalish in the lead that approaches Esme and just stands before her.
I knew this was going to. Mother Esme, say
hello?
hi.
Hello.
Mm.
I speak in Draconic.
Yeah, that's right. Hi.
I'm Mother Esme.
Mother.
Mother Esme. That's right.
Mother.
What's your name?
Vorgalish.
Loglix.
Vorgalish.
Loglix.
Vorgalish.
Well, right. It is so nice to meet you.
you're all in a line. Am I supposed to? And she looks at Shauna, so confused.
You have to introduce yourself to each one. And maybe
Oh.
one will bond with you.
Oh, I see. I go to the second one. Hello, I'm
Yeah. What are you wearing, Esme?
just wearing her traditional.
You
Have
cover
it,
your ma-
veil.
you don't have your masks.
Oh, she does have on her mask. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you realize which color one is? White.
Yeah, white and blue.
Yeah, and do you know what color these dragons are?
White.
Yep.
Of course, I don't think that mask did anything. That's why.
It
I know
charms
the
white
blue-
dragons, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you have like persuasion on anything white dragon.
All right. So yeah, I just kind of go down the line and say hi to each one and introduce myself. Not meaning to magically persuade them, but completely oblivious to what I'm doing, I guess.
Absolutely. You go down the line. You start. After you name each one, they put up their heads and they roar.
Yeah. This is adorable.
Adorable.
She's just like kind of petting them, just kind of reaching out and to say hello to each one. And Shauna, I don't know what's happening.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm getting to know them, but I don't know if I'm doing this right.
I mean, Mother Esme, they're just like you and me. They're just think of them as children.
Oh, okay. Well, would you all like to hear a story? So she starts regaling them with a story that she's told orphans before, and just kind of kneels down around them. I guess they kind of form a circle,
Yeah.
and she kind of just is giving them story time.
Absolutely. As you sit and talk to them, and they respond, and the more you talk, it seems they begin responding. Like, Orgos the first sort of say, "Thank you, Mother Esme."
You're quite welcome. Tell me about yourself.
You were not killed and brought here. Befriended. A star helped us and began training us. And the mean, grumpy cleaning lady, she helped a lot too.
Oh. Well, that's very nice.
We're protectors of Star Spire.
And it looks like you're doing a fantastic job. It looks like quite a handful to protect.
Well, we were taught magic.
Really?
Huh?
What sort of magic?
Take a moment, and they close their eyes, and the wind sort of silently blows around them, and they open up their mouth, and tons of like cooked food appears out of their breath.
You've created food. Well, that's quite good. May I try some?
Huh?
So she tastes it. Oh, that is wonderful. You're quite the chef. I'm a bit of a healer myself.
Esme the healer.
Yes. Though I've also dabbled in other types of magic. I can sometimes see into the past. Sometimes see things from far away. Or learn a great deal. Do any of you require healing?
We're good. Right, everyone? They go, yes, we're fine.
Good.
I'll nod and kind of just look at you curiously. And, you're new. Don't know you. You're nice.
I'm just. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I recently parted ways with a friend who was quite knowledgeable of dragons, and I guess being around you all is kind of nice after having to say goodbye to her.
Who was your friend?
Her name was Takesis.
They all say Takesis.
Did you know her?
No. Sounds familiar, though.
Yes, I think she communicated from another plane of existence. But unfortunately, she's not around anymore. I have a few gifts from her. Well, I don't want to bore you. You've all been wonderful conversationalists. I'm sure you've got more important things to do than to entertain me.
I kind of curiously look at you. And they go away. One kind of looks at the other and says, "Why does she hide?" I don't know. They fly into the sky and circle, and you see large, like 12 roofs built for them that they fly up to.
They said, "Why does she hide?" Shana.
Yes.
What do you suppose they meant?
I was wondering that exact same thing. And my third eye opens.
Um, you look at Esme, and they're just Esme.
No more heads.
No more heads.
Interesting.
Do you think I said something wrong?
No, Mother Esme. Did something happen last night?
Yes, actually. Quite a bit. Takesis, she had to go away.
Like, she'll be back in a little bit?
No. I mean, she's gone.
Let's talk to Mom.
What does this mean for you?
Well, she told me that she would give me what I needed, but I had to blow out her candles, and I think it killed her.
But you have that connection still to your powers.
Yes, I do, but I don't think any deities will be talking to me anytime soon.
Wait. Did that... If your power... if you use your powers, your blessings, will they be coming back the next day still?
Yes.
Mother S, do you know what that does mean? If you think about what she did.
Yes.
I think she left you with her divine spark.
Yes, something like that. It's what will keep other deities from talking to me. And it will definitely take some getting used to. But yes, my powers are no longer coming to me from an outside source.
How do you feel about this?
I made that choice.
How do you feel about it?
Well, it's a little scary, but the reality is the deities have not they've not been completely open about their intentions. They've led me to believe things that I've later found out were not true. The only one who was ever honest with me was Takesis. Pelor was... I thought he was a great deity. But in reality, he was jealousy. Which to me is... It's not... That's not a divine trait. And then there was Tiamat, but she was vengeance. I think I'll be fine, but I still don't exactly know what any of this means right now. And I certainly don't understand what the dragon meant.
I don't know either, but maybe she isn't gone. Maybe she is just hiding.
Hiding?
What's inside you?
Oh. That's a good point. Maybe that's what they sensed.
Well, everyone, should we go look at the rest of the keep?
Absolutely.
Shauna will show them around. This is Charm's School of Magic, where we train young wizards and practitioners the arts of magic. I'm guessing that's where the dragons have been studying. Should you peek inside and see a little green goblin?
No, it seems like maybe they went on the field trip.
Dang. Well, normally there's a little goblin inside that teaches. But this is something me and him came up with. Then we head down, and here's the church to the Raven Queen that a cleric of my friend of mine made. His name was Presley. Don't know if he's here. Probably not.
It's lovely.
Don't know whether to bow or just stand still.
You
Raven
do
Queen's a big
see
deal.
this. Well, why don't you describe Tavis as she comes on up?
Well, first of all, Shauna's getting smacked in the ass really hard.
Ow! Yeah, so they're coming up.
Obviously, you have not been studying. Tavis is a very old dwarf. Like, you know how you can't tell dwarfs' ages? No, she's very old. And she's dark-skinned, gray hair, a little hunched over, but has that air of, like, she's seen shit and you probably don't want to piss her off. She's like, I was wondering how long you dumbasses were going to sit out there in the cold. You want to explain that?
Oh, yes, this, and I had to make everyone leave.
Did you do what that dumbass Creed was going to do?
You know, yes. I'm just gonna be honest, I did.
I'm not refereeing that fight. You deal with it. You stole his dream. You deal with it.
Well, you know, he decided to go do whatever he did, but... Is he around?
Do I ever know where that little midget is?
True. Or is any of them around?
Your boy toy's in the tower.
Oh.
Other than that, they're off, like you asked. And dear God, you leave me with 2 more rogues, I swear to God, I'll go make up for.
Meet my new friends.
Howdy.
Hello.
It's a pleasure.
Is she dressed like a priest or like a
Oh God, no! She's
teacher?
dressed like a blacksmith.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out how to. Yeah.
Hello, my good lady. I am Good Knight. May Bahamut's blessing be upon you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And he actually speaks that in Dwarvish too.
She's not gonna have a problem with that because she's cool with the forges. Are any of you hooked up so I know how many beds I'm putting out?
Oh, no. No.
All right.
Oh, she means I got. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh,
Okay.
you sweet summer child.
Oh, you meant with each other. I thought you meant with, we were calling people to come over here to.
Oh, is that possible?
I do have soundproof rooms.
Well, this went on a weird tangent.
Yeah, I like your house. That's
Not
cool.
like seriously the dumbasses that have come through this keep in this last month.
You've had other visitors.
Oh dear Lord, yes. Dumbasses. Hey, don't go over the water because there's wyverns. What do? They go over the water.
Oh, I'd love to hear more about other adventures.
They weren't
I knew there was wyverns around there.
Well, not as many around the keep, you know. The whiteys take care of that. What do you want to know? Wait, crab.
Where do the wyverns stay?
Over the lake. They're not nice. They're not domesticated. They will keep you.
They're very kind, actually.
No, those
Not
are the
those
dragons.
Those are dragons.
Oh, I apologize. I'm
Wyvern.
new.
Legs, wings, no front paws.
I see. Well, where do the dragons stay? I should have asked.
There's 12 key little spires around the whole keep. Creed actually figured out how to make room that isn't just one large room.
I can see that. He's learned his stone shaping abilities very well.
Also, there are a lot new burn marks because you left orphans, then we got more orphans, and I think fire genasis did good in winter. They do.
There are children here.
Kind of.
Oh, I'd love to meet them.
I
They can
don't.
come back tonight. I can stay up above in the tower.
You, I'm gonna have to think about. You have to think about what to do to that tower.
Yes, to tell you, I can't be around
I'm a guest.
Yes.
I'm not that old. I'm not that senile yet. Although you're all driving me there.
I just met you, lady.
You know what? I'm so tired of adventures. I took a room cleaning in Uthodurn so I didn't have to deal with this shit. And then you drag me out to the frozen lands and make me train fucking dragons.
I could help around the keep while we're here.
Do you forge?
Oh, I've never forged before.
I can help with that as he pulls out the shaping hammer and like flings in the air a couple times.
That's the genuine first time you see surprise on this woman's face. She's like, oh.
Oh, good night. Can we give some of the ore?
Oh.
Sure.
And
Gothic!
now you all meet the one that you've seen only statues of in my mansion.
Yes, this large Goliath comes down and sees all the ore. Oh man, I have to get bigger. And then ends up growing to be about 30 feet tall and picks it all up.
Jeez.
I wasn't talking about the ore!
Huh?
Yeah, hi Gothic.
First of all, your wifey's here. Second of all, the hammer. I at least prioritize them the way you would.
I know you want to spend time with the hammer. It's fine. I'll see you later.
Gothic, I will kick your ass into the Blue Rose
No,
Society.
it's fine. I wanted to show
Think
Mother
about
Esme.
that door first.
I wanted to show Mother Esme around. So it's fine.
Shauna, I'm not going to hit you again because you're not going to be able to lay down, and that's going to be a bad thing. So go. I will show your friends around.
Yes, Madame. Shauna grabs Gothic and Dimension doors away.
Well, that was awkward.
Yep.
What's awkward? It's sex.
No, it's not anymore. Actually, it's fine now.
Okay, great. What do you want to see? We've got a library, we got a forge, we've got dragons.
Do you have a garden?
Not per se. It's kind of cold out there, so we grow not a lot. Do you like purple lettuce?
I do.
Okay, then come and I'll show you the garden.
Anywhere but a library sounds wonderful.
What's wrong with the library?
Well, there's ancient shadow dragons that used to be silver dragons, and then,
What's the second time I've heard about that dragon?
well, it's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
But
Oh, I'm not telling her.
I think the her probably already knows. You probably already let that slip.
Yeah, she was one of the dumbasses that came through here.
Oh, cool. Hey, hey, Nailumi was here. That was great.
Oh, really? That reminds me. Dewdrop,
Yes.
we really need to try to set up a meeting.
Great. Do we have like a meeting hall here?
We have a private sanctum here.
Is that like a meeting hall?
That is a meeting hall in which no one can scry on you or
Oh.
teleport in without permission. Well, no, they can't teleport in.
I was just thinking tables and chairs, but I mean, like that sounds cool too. We could probably do a meeting there.
Great.
Yeah, we had to put some precautions in.
Nice. Well, you can tell them, Esme, that we have precautions.
Okay.
And maybe. I mean, it's definitely going to go well, right?
Oh, those are.
Considering I might have promised something to both parties that we don't have 2 copies of, it might not go great.
Why am I surrounded by dumbasses? Oh.
so what you're saying is bring my sharpened sword
No,
that day. Got it.
I think that would be a bad idea.
All right, little man. If there's going to be any death or bloodshed here, it's going to be done by me. So keep your weapons holstered, and I mean all of them.
Done.
Well, I thought you liked the hammer.
I like the hammer. I don't like cleaning up bloodstains. And don't give me that prestidigitation shit. I can. No bloodshed. Do you know how long it took me to clean out dragon ooze blood? I can.
Sounds unpleasant.
Tabis,
Yes.
perhaps you could tell us. I've only briefly met Nailumia. Could you tell me about her?
Well, she's reborn. I don't know if you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
She's a fairy, so flighty just goes with the description. I would say you wouldn't want to cross her. She was a queen, and she probably could still kick your ass.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah. However, I do think her grandson can hold her in check on the reasonable side.
The grandson.
Yes, Shinrael.
Okay.
Although he goes by Shiny, and I don't know why. Maybe it's got ADHD.
So perhaps whenever this takes place, it might be wise to have this grandson nearby.
Who else came with the Methlylumia?
There was Shiny.
Yeah.
There was the weird changeling who kept pretending he wasn't a changeling. There was well, for lack of a better term, the dad figure who was like the reason of the group.
Is he the big dude with the giant sword?
Yes.
Oh, I love that man. He's the best.
And then who else was with them? There was someone else. Who else was with them? No, I can't think.
There was Adolis and there was Shadow, right?
Yep.
It was the other changeling who wasn't pretending that he wasn't a changeling. I think they're brothers. And then there was the wizard who just wanted to fireball everything.
Sounds like a lot of wizards.
Yeah, let's not invite that one.
I think they all go together. I think it's like a weird codependent package.
This could be bad.
Well, I mean, if you're inviting two different teams, then that's two different
Well,
teams.
I was hoping it would be more like two different people, but now I'm finding out maybe it's better to have another person with that person. So maybe 3 people, but then I don't want the other person to feel like they
here's
didn't
the
get a +1. So
Just we got to invite
Invite
entourages.
both teams, and what you do is you say that the meeting area only has enough seats for 6.
Yeah.
I see.
Therefore, there's only 6 allowed in the meeting area. Both teams can come, and if they cause any trouble, I'll kick their asses.
That could work. I like that. What do you
Although
think,
I do
Drop?
think I need to ask
Yeah.
Creed if the Fey boundary still up.
Oh, yeah, that would be a problem.
Yeah, that's up, and just certain places Shauna can't go right now.
Shauna's the new password. I'll wait till 48 hours. That'll probably be enough for them.
But I think Jeb actually has a little more knowledge about that.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I did it to the entire keep, so it should be.
I couldn't remember if it was the whole keep or not. Yeah, Shauna never made it in.
I'm pretty sure I did it to the whole keep.
Wait, technically neither did Azok too, because he's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not, but no.
Warbogs are Fey
Isn't
descent
there, like,
too.
one that you allow can come in because it was Bucket who couldn't come in originally because she's Dunasi and
It's hollow, so I don't quite remember if you can choose with hollow or not. But I do remember it was the hollowed spell.
That's interesting. Because that, I guess we're not having a meeting here.
That throws our plan.
Yeah, perhaps this isn't the best place then.
I mean, we can go to. I know. Nicodrona sounds all right. It's a more neutral place.
You have not been listening to the news. Have you?
Oh, what's the news?
Well, Nicodranus is about 45% destroyed. Portamali about 60% destroyed. Darktoe's fine. Where else got
What's it? Doctor?
What destroyed them?
Well, if you listen to the Concord, which you shouldn't, Darktoe did it. If you listen to people who actually give a shit, it was a terrorist attack.
My God.
There was death rain, basically. Everywhere.
The way she talks, you recognize this spell as one of the premier spells Druids can learn who give themselves over to hatred, and that is Storm of Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Azok actually knows that spell very well because day one, there was a staff that he got, and I think Nylumia gave him the Storm of Vengeance scroll, which I don't think was ever used. So he's very intimate with that spell.
Yeah, so those places are kind of half working, half not. I mean, really, there's like no ships on the ocean right now except Darto and like a few commercial ones.
So could you give us like the news for like the past month or so? We've been in Molesmere for about a month.
We've been out of
I
time.
think.
Okay.
I just need to update you. Like Malaysmere is okay. Savalier.
Oh yeah, we fixed it.
But
Oh, how was Singhorn? We were actually going back there.
Singhorn wasn't attacked by that, right?
No.
No, Singhorn wasn't attacked. They're rebuilding. There's a lot of new babies. They're looking for someone called the mother.
Mhm.
Molly is there's like oh god, which is it? It's not the Empire, it's the other ones.
the Dynasty?
No, all right, it's the Dynasty's fine. The Empire is trying to say there's not allowed any blood, magic, no fey creatures. They're basically just trying to pick a war. There's some new heroes of the Deadlands. What else?
Azak, isn't that where you're from, the Deadlands?
Heroes of the Deadlands.
No. There's some Darto, ex-Darto, kind of. Are they ex-Darto? No, they're still Darto, I guess. They're going in and trying to clean up the whole, like, thingamabob.
Just a lot.
Well,
that is a
Of course,
lot.
that also depends on how you remember it, because stuff's in flux.
Has there been any word about anything in Israel?
Israel. What happened last month in Israel, Matt?
I don't think anything would have come out. Ursula doesn't really advertise its stuff.
Nothing I'm aware of.
Any news about strange collars?
You know, I almost forgot they even existed, the collars.
It's been so long.
There's something about them. Who showed her a collar? Someone showed her a collar.
Collar.
I don't remember. There's some talk of collars in the woods and in oh god, what is that stupid group called? Something of miracles.
Miracles.
No, they were trying to find people to make collars or something. I don't remember.
Really?
What exactly
Yeah.
are collars?
What?
What exactly are collars? Like,
I don't know. I didn't like
Oh.
it. So I didn't take the job.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
is this another one of those things on the list that we just have yet to get to?
It's on the list. It's
On the list. It's on the list. That's the catchphrase of you guys.
Yep.
This is great.
So, I actually, upon hearing this is good news. I think Singhorn would be a very safe place to do a meeting.
I think, honestly, I second it because I feel like we have, unfinished business there as well.
That's right, we were going back there, weren't we? At some
Well,
point.
I see her planning hasn't changed in the last 20 years.
I feel like that was on the list too.
And plus, maybe, have you heard anything about touring musicians?
Oh, honey, you're going to have to be so much more direct with that. Do you mean the bard that has a whole orphanage full of his children? Do you mean
No,
Short Hall? Do you mean another one?
there's one called, and she just kind of leans in, the Master Bard.
Of where? There's like
Oh,
30.
well, he was, I think, from Singhorn, actually.
That would be. They're the ones that met my batshit crazy friend, Rowan.
That's the one.
I've not heard anything of him since they helped save Artaganen.
Oh, Well, I'm sure they're keeping busy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wait, I thought Artagan was dead.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
Didn't you say Artagan was dead?
thing with Archfey, you never know.
Huh.
No.
No idea who that is. I'm just not going to even ask.
Well, if there's anyone who I think can save an Archfey, it's got to be the Master Bot.
Right.
Should I set up another bed in your room for him?
No.
Just asking.
Have you heard anything about any ancient green dragons? Well, sorry, not
Worms,
ancient.
you mean?
Bigger than an ancient green dragon.
Yeah, there's a worm. There's also a freaking dragon turtle worm now too.
Wait, too many things in that dragon turtle worm. It's all
Yeah,
of those things.
do you know anything of Dark?
Yeah.
Darktow used to be guarded by this dragon turtle named Idoc. I don't know what happened, but now Idoc is a great dragon turtle worm.
I can confirm that. I'm not going to get into details. It just fucking happened.
But I'm just trying to mentally picture.
Did you
dragon
cause
turtle
that
worm.
too?
I did not cause it. I had nothing to do with it. I just happened to be fighting an astral dreadnought and something else with it. Just keep the, I guess, let it happen. See, I think I actually did have something to do with that.
God, I hate adventures.
Ah. Wait, but where's the worm? Where's the other worm? The green worm?
I don't know. I have
Yeah.
12 baby dragons to take care of. Do you think I have time to chase after a green worm?
Hey, you seem to know everything else. I was just asking.
I know gossip. Do you know how many fucking teenagers are here?
No, and I feel.
They
little
keep
older.
bringing them.
Well, they might want to rethink that now. That
No,
Shauna-
they'll still do
Shauna's
it. They'll
dark,
just
Shauna.
find a way to put something on Shauna so she doesn't spread.
Yeah, it might be the princess locked in a tower or some shit.
I think she's more of the dragon than the princess.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, Mother Esme, who is the other person that we've accidentally promised the book to?
Oh, that's Honeystar.
Honeystar. And what do we know about Honeystar?
Well, I was going to do a legend lore, and that was before I got my powers back. So I guess I could actually do that.
You can help, I guess, at this point if we're going to try to see.
But her sister is the one that we talked into dying.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I don't think she's going to be happy with us doing anything with her now that that's happened.
I mean, to be fair,
I mean, the other thing is, we did kill Nylumia's husband, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we killed one husband, we killed the other sister. I feel like these things balance out in the cosmic escape.
Yeah.
You got that right, actually.
You should equally hate us.
Exactly. And the fact that we've made the promise to both is not a big deal. It's just we need them to sort it out so that we can kind of feel good about it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no. I think you should definitely have this at Singor. Not
Slick. That was slick.
Yeah, we're all booked. I'm sorry.
Damn. Back a little bit. Heroes of the Deadlands. Who exactly are these heroes?
Oh, I don't know their names. They have stupid titles, like the Solemn Sniper or something, and like Captain and the Dragon Tamer or some bullshit. I don't know what their names are. They're from Darktow. They went into the Deadlands. They fucked around in there, and things drastically have changed.
Drastically changed the Deadlands or drastically changed the situation?
Both?
Well, how did the Deadlands change?
Well, Do you remember how if you went in the Deadlands and you died, you became undead?
Yes.
That doesn't happen anymore.
That's good news.
Some barriers have broken, and there's like the whole Dread Dominion in there that isn't as strong as it was because I don't know what they did, but they fucked around with the timeline. This castle has a lot of weird shit in it, and it kind of puts you out of the time loop, but you're in the time loop, but you're not.
Ezok is gonna mentally check out when you start fucking it with time travel and shit, because he doesn't know how to process that.
I don't understand it. Talk to your wizard.
I can't. She's having sex upstairs.
I'm glad it's soundproof.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
One would only hope. It's been some months since they've last seen each other. I don't know.
Look, I don't know. All I know is I had a friend, and now my friend's in. I don't know.
Yes.
It's been 2 months since we left Uthadar, right? 3 months?
Someone's been keeping track. I don't know, man.
I think like 6-7 weeks ish.
Since we left Israelia. But from
Yeah.
the start of this campaign, from Uthadar into Israelia, that's had to be 2 to 3 months at
I
least,
would
right?
say, sounds like 2 months.
Yeah.
Um.
A couple of months.
Yeah.
Well, we went to the Feywild, so things happened for that time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think time. Yeah.
And also, I think we spent time in Vasselheim.
Yeah. Shauna, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah, you just spent time in Vasselheim. You spent a few months in Vasselheim.
Yeah, the one in the middle of all this. Huh.
29.
Light bulb.
So, taking a moment with all this. So, this is like the first place you've been since leaving Losmere. Let's do it this way. I think you just sort of you're hitting all of this at once, and you're kind of breathing a bit, and things just start to slow down. Like the voices get low and slow and gray. And then you see a familiar woman in a red robe.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Trying to piece everything together, are you?
Slowly, but yes. Seems we've been gone for quite a bit. But at the same time, not.
Indeed. Was quite simply, your world has broken into time. The river has begun to flow here, where it never did.
What
You
does this mean?
understand?
Is time itself in danger?
It
Like
is
reality.
no longer. It's no longer static.
So it's fractured?
It flows in a way it never did. The river flows back now.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
What do you think I'm saying?
That we're going, that not us, but time itself will slowly start going back.
No.
No.
But those who find the river can now do so.
Is there anything we can do to fix it?
What I can tell you is this world, my world, was of time. This world of possibility. But you broke it. Not you, but those who sought to fix and replaced possibility with time. Now where you found my odds, the river has begun to flow.
What of your aunt? Do you know what happened to her?
She is no longer able to be heard. Silence once more.
That's why she's hiding. So this world has to be put back to possibility and taken away from the time to be set back on its right track.
What has to happen is more up to you. I'm telling you what has happened. What you are experiencing is the fact that they broke the river open, rewrote your past, and everything changed. Of what you call the Deadlands started differently. Their roles different, your pasts altered. But
Shauna wants to
because-
stop it when she says that and literally start thinking of her past now. Because we're talking a 120-year-old elf that's lived in that empire for a good 80 years.
You were trapped within a corrupted field. You were not gifted with the changes.
So my memories are still the same.
She tells
Okay.
you as she kind of watches you do that. As within Melismere, it seems nothing happened. Those things are just different.
I thank you for coming to me. I've missed the light of the moon. I've missed hearing your presence, feeling so cut off. As you can see, I myself have played with fate itself again, but I hope to, indeed in the ideal of balance, or at least you say one thing has changed, maybe one thing has healed. Might not equal out, but
much is different now. Let's be careful.
I will.
And She hugs you, begins whispering. These, I have made sure, is in your book now. You may move upon the river. Gently. Only a moment until you find it. Then you may see upon the river. Should you need to.
Thank you, my lady.
And so, if things are different, just be wary. And in a moment, things kind of speed back up. I've sent you 2 spells. And you're kind of back as they're all asking you the questions.
Hello.
You're all square now?
Oh, thank
Oh,
God. I can go now.
Did you have a nice time?
Yes, and I happened to overhear the end of your guys' conversation.
About Riven? Oh,
No, about time. And the altering of it. I think something has happened to all of Exandria.
I'm sorry.
I think we didn't realize it while we were there, but when we were in Molismere, the corruption protected us and ourselves. Mother Esme,
yes.
when you contacted your mother after certain events, she referred to you as Hope, right?
No.
Or sorrow, or didn't?
No, I found out about Hope from Critter's mother.
Curtis, that's right. I'm just wondering if memories and everything was changed and we weren't affected, I'm wondering how far it could have gone. If reality was rewritten in a way that things changed, I'm wondering if it could have touched more than Wildmount. We were in a bubble that was protected. Our memories are all the same of what we had, but I don't feel like that's the same for the world.
What are you talking about?
Remember how that one time you met the lady that was related to Takesis?
No?
Pretty sure you talked with her. You might be getting that wrong. I'm pretty sure she did. Or it might have been another one of her cousins.
I don't think Esme
Talked to one of them.
She talked to Nuatari, not Lunatari.
Okay, that's, yeah. So it'd been a cousin, I guess. You've talked to one of the cousins before of who I speak to.
Nuatari would be your daughter.
Our daughter. Okay.
Did
I don't know
she
how
know
exactly.
that was a I don't know if Esme knew that was a daughter, though.
No, because you hadn't met Takistis really yet
Okay.
when you talked to Nuatari.
Anyways, the one that I helped you introduce and talk to that one night, Lunatari, remember? Or
Yes.
Nuatari. Yes. Well, I feel like since this is the first time we've been away from the library, Lunatari was able to contact me. And we spoke. And she was the one that informed me that this world has shifted from the path of where it used to be a possibility in the river, and now the river's gone down a path of time.
What does that mean?
I don't really know. I mean, I've been wondering about it since she said it, and my brain's going like a million miles an hour.
So, I just feel very lost all of a sudden. Are you saying that we're not in the world anymore?
No, I'm saying that we're possibly... the world that we once knew might not be the same. I really don't know. I'm very curious.
Should I contact my mother?
Contact somebody.
Okay. Well, I don't know if... Who would I contact? Oh, I could contact the elder mother.
You could contact the Mother Bard or Master Bard.
I'm not sure if... I feel like it might take a while for him to respond.
The Elder Mother then would be a good choice.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Esme is going to attempt to do ascending. Before she does this, she says, What exactly am I checking for? I don't think I'm going to ask, oh, are you in the same universe as I am? Right?
Ask her what you remember, something about your past that you would remember.
Okay. All right. Okay. So she will cast sending to the Elder Mother.
Okay.
Mother, it's Esme. Do you remember speaking to me about the deity who contacted me? What do you remember about our conversation together? Love, Esme.
Esme. Have you finally chosen a deity? You always walked your own path. Never quite realized why you just got blessed with things, though you never had a symbol of any god. But that what's made you special. Right? Anyway, just heard you caused a lot of trouble up in Israel. Hope that goes well. And that mother they talk about, is that Yunsin gone?
Okay. This is weird.
Something happened, Mother.
Yes. Something's wrong.
It's like the past isn't the right past.
How do we go back?
I don't know. And that's what I'm stressing about.
I don't like this new world.
What if
I don't... Hold on. Shauna's gonna try something crazy. Not knowing what this is gonna work, she's gonna try ascending to her mother. Mom? Are you okay?
Immediately, the sending finds no target.
Okay. Well, not everything's changed. It seems maybe only certain events.
This is bad.
How long ago did the Deadlands happen, Azok?
Map, by my guesstimation, how long would that have been?
About 3 years.
Give or take 3 years.
So maybe everything in the last 3 years. But it can't be everything, right? No, it can't. And then Shauna's gonna freak out and try extending to Trent Ikathon. My master, how goes it? Are you okay?
You live. Live. And why did you contact me? You'll regret this. You should have let me believe you were dead.
I'll try one. I'll send one to just to see.
We go way further. What happens if someone finds out we are not from this world? What happens to us then? If we don't belong here?
Everyone thinks we're dead. I think we disappeared for however long we were gone. Maybe the few places that are protected from magic might remember us, like, obviously here, but...
Wait, are we dead?
No. I don't think so.
Go ahead and pinch Dewdrop somewhere out, like...
Little column A, little column B.
Anytime Magus hits them in the rear with a frying pan.
All right.
Wait, Shauna, with all that, can you do me a favor? Do you still have the ability to, like, talk to people?
What do you mean, like, cast sendings?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you send one to my father again?
Oh, you mean the head of the Bahamut in Vasselheim?
Well, not the head, second in
arrested?
command,
Well, no,
just like a
okay, yeah.
general.
The one that still put out the... Yeah, of course. Nothing's going wrong with me right now. Hello, good sir. It's... Friends of Goodnight. And Prince of the Mother. How are
Your
things in
tongue
Vasselheim?
burns with holy fire as you take 10 radiant damage from your corrupt magic trying to enter a holy place.
I can't do that! I can't do that right now! My
Whoa, that
tongue
was
is on
really cool.
fire.
That's never happened before. Cure wounds.
Thank you.
Gonna just like. Wait, so how much has changed? Does that mean
My
the
former
fuck happened
mentor
to
that I
that now?
killed is alive, and now knows that I'm alive.
And I never had a deity.
And she's never had a deity. Everything's fine.
Can I scry on Zadash and just see what the fuck's going on over there?
You would find it still protected from scrying.
Ah, okay. Boop. Nope, can't check that. Okay. That's still the same. I was never able to check on Zadash and everything. So that's still happening.
I should.
Vanessa remembers us. I mean, we still have the mark of the Slayer's take, right?
Mhm.
I mean, Mother Esme, I couldn't contact Dewdrop's father, but you've met him. Can you contact him?
Of course.
Is
Hello.
Dewdrop or is this Good Night?
Good nights.
Good Night,
Oh.
Father. Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
that's what I meant.
it
You
was-
said
that's okay.
Dewdrop, and I was like,
Yeah,
I meant
okay,
good night.
okay.
My
Good
bad.
night. Good night. All right. Is this the one who gave me? Oh, not. Okay, this is the one who was in charge of the guard.
yeah, like they're trying to hunt you, you know.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's the one that put you in the cozy prison cell.
Was it cozy?
No, they put her in like a palace. They tried putting Marvelous in the prison. So.
Wow.
Calitras. Right. So I'll send one to Calitras. Hello. It's Mother Esme. I'm just reaching out, checking to make sure you're all right. Is everything good in Vasselheim? How are things?
Mother of the working mothers. I see. Or should we say whore with your dalliance against Paylor with other gods?
Whoa! Wow! Okay.
Matters not. You left things quite boiling here. Will you come back, or will you stay in hiding? A cowardly whore to the end.
That's twice. Okay.
Your father's still the same.
Whoa!
That means if Isilra wasn't infected, and
Well,
probably
he-
Taldor wasn't affected.
He mentioned Paylor, and the older mother didn't remember that I was with Paylor.
Exactly. The Elder Mother is here on Wildmount.
So it's just Wildmount that's affected.
Exactly. Any part of maybe it was just the Empire. Mother Esme, your mother. You must have lived in the Empire.
What?
If your Elder Mother was affected, and it was the Empire itself that was affected, then your Elder Mother must be somewhere in the Empire. We've narrowed it down to your location.
Oh no, she's at the convent.
And remember, it's really close to this place.
Exactly. It's even closer now.
You mean we're close to home?
We are very close to your home.
We're neighbors.
Very much so. But that does explain. So, everything in the last 3 years over here.
Goodness. Yeah,
Can we go to Isilra?
We go wherever you want.
Absolutely. Also, that's good news, possibly, Mother Esme. That means possibly, depending where these fake queens were, maybe they don't remember you making a deal with them.
I don't know. Maybe I oh,
I don't know where the fake queens live.
You would think, just because like we're talking about two players who are also the fake queens, generally at any time if you wanted to set and get any of this straight, due to their nature, and this in particular wasn't affected partially because of when you were doing it in relation to when the change happened.
Right.
Okay.
And there was a specific event that was wished away that was affected, and so there are like circles of where that event has to do with, and that is where the more changes are.
Mhm.
Then from there, other things just aren't really affected.
Oh boy, Wednesday. Oh boy.
I know one of them was either in the Feywilds or Tal'Dorei at the time. That's all I know.
Right.
Yeah.
There was so what you know with the fake queens right now is the same.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, shall we enjoy our stay here? And I really don't want to meet your father again. Good night. You seem...
I'm totally fine with taking a night. That sounds great. And just so I have in my head, totally unrelated to what the hell this all was. Orphans? They all half work? Like the majority? Like what are the races of the orphans here?
Matt, you can tell us.
There are not any orcs. The orcs take care of their own kind.
Okay.
There are a shitload of fire genasi. Can't imagine where they came from, Ross.
What do you... What?
Nicodranus, you know this fire genasi?
Huh?
that we rescued?
Wait a second. We sent them here?
No, they got delivered here somewhere.
To a port, and they were looking for work, and they were like, "Well, they're too young. We should send them to school." So they turned to us.
Oh.
So we have a shit ton of fire
Cool.
genasi. There are some humanoids. I would say it's like 80% fire genasi, and then 20% everything else.
Oh, okay. I was only asking because I was thinking half work, and like Azok would probably just start hanging out with the half work kids, but there aren't any.
I'm right about that. It's an alliance you guys had with the orcs.
Yeah, what's Baravka works.
So, but they take care of their own.
Yeah.
The
I
Baravka
just
took
didn't
all
know.
the orcs in.
We have
Okay.
we train some of their kids, but we don't keep any of their kids.
Okay. Alright. That's in my head now.
Well, everyone, I'll be up. Oh, I guess if you have got done looking around down here. Oh, good night. There is a forge. I don't know if you've made it that far. If y'all want to go up to the second level, we do have another tower upstairs.
Well, what's in there?
Bedrooms.
Yeah, I
more
want to chill out.
libraries.
I need a bed and a bed.
I'm just trying to say the orphans will be home soon, so if you want to not be surrounded by young children,
Oh, I'd love to meet the children.
then you can stay down here, Mother Esme. Anybody that would not want to be up, feel free.
I don't need to be social. I'll go up.
Yeah, I think I would like to meet the kids too. Are we sure that we've got a good enough distance between you, Shauna, and the kids when they?
It's the floating tower, correct, Matt? That's
Yeah.
above. Yeah.
Oh.
There's a good distance. So technically, what you guys would see is like a tower on a cloud, kind of floating above the keep.
I don't know how I didn't notice that on the way in. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
That
Glad to
was
see
the
it's one
thing that
actually up in the
Azok
air.
said he saw crashed.
Yeah, that released a whole lot of chaos. It's a chaos cloud that warped the area, and there was a dragon that granted yeah, I'll tell you about it later, but it involves a wish and a dragon.
Whoa.
Most things do.
Yeah.
It's upstairs.
Amazing. All right. Anything before you take your long rest, since everyone seems to be headed there?
Yeah, Esme will hang out with the children or be outside trying to bring back the dragons to play with them.
I think Azok wants to scry again, but not on Zadash, but just on Ilumia, because just all that talk about the meeting of the Fae Queens and stuff like that. Just want to see what she's doing currently. It's been a while since he's seen her.
So what's your save?
It's DC 18 Wisdom. I know you, so the save modifier is a -5.
Okay. This is a spell, so I have advantage. So at advantage -5 would be a 14.
All right, I know where Nilumia is.
Okay, so she failed?
Yep. She
Then-
did.
Take a moment, and you see the forever night sky of Urshana. She is in grand robes you would recognize befit archmages of Urshana.
Well, hot damn.
Travels with companions to an audience with the Bright Queen.
I'm like looking at my scrying orb, and I'm like nodding and just like generally like, well, hot damn. She actually did some shit. I wonder. I've never been there, so there's no way I can send a message to them. That's strange. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just scry, and that'll be it for Azok today.
And I know that it doesn't have to be tonight, but I do know that Esme was going to do her legend lore at some point.
Okay. Let's go take a long rest. I think maybe. Oh, sorry. It was just Alex again, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. Yeah. Take our break. Come back, and especially want everyone to get a chance to do some crazy crap. So whatever y'all want to do.
Gotcha.
See you in a couple minutes.
Okay. Started.
As folks are coming back, I wanted to, as we were going to bed or as we were meeting the kids, if Esme and Dewdrop were able to find the kids, Dewdrop would for sure have cast giant insect and created several giant insects for the kids to ride around on.
Perfect.
Critters would be in line to ride.
Yeah. Taking like beetles and like, things like that he found in the yard. He just kind of bumped them up the giants, and the kids are kind of riding them around outside. And critters.
You do see with them you see a goblin lead them back like, oh, the kids are like, are these the witches' friends that will kill us if we get close? A hug equals death. I'm serious about that. If she said we can't get close, we can't get close. Shadow never messes around.
Yeah. don't get close. No, definitely don't.
But
you can hang out with us.
And then they're all having fun with their insect Zav. You see this goblin just stuff Zav get all irritated. He goes, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." He points to a bunch of paper and a large, like several large griffins made out of paper, like by origami, fly up and start going the kids around. I can make fun of things too.
Oh, is it a competition now? Is that what's happening? Suddenly looking at my spells, I definitely don't have anything to compete with here. Shit.
A lot of kids like to play with Esme and, of course, get with her loving hand. And they go, this place is so nice. So much better than the slave ship.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I will adopt all the children.
Oh, this is the Genasi. This was the Tuesday? I thought it was Wednesday that had the fire Genasi in the ship.
They became your problem.
They became our problem. You're right. You're right. Oh, man. Wibbly wobbly.
All right. So I think it's like anything in particular when playing with the children, Esme, or are you good?
I think she would have just been reading them stories and that sort of thing.
Sounds good. See, it's one woman. You guys see Esme's resource. She's like, this woman's talking, dwarf going, oi! I read them stories in their minds. I don't even have to say anything. I put my brain in their brain, and they like her better than me all of a sudden because she's new and blue. Just can't even understand.
They're very competitive here.
I'm sorry. Why don't you take over?
She's out of your earshot on purpose, talking crap behind your back.
Oh.
So what? Nothing? Nope. Yeah. But after good time, you guys go ahead and take your long rest. In the morning, if you went to bed wearing your gear, you wake up in pajamas.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
All your stuff is fixed around. Your gear has been highly polished and cleaned and set out neatly.
That's impossible to do with the Vermishra, but I'm just as impressed. They did it somehow.
And in addition, there's thick winter clothes set out next to them that have the scent of dandelions.
And above table, would I just need to cast that thing later?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say we might do the legend lore just a little later in game wise. That's all.
understood. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. If you feel like you needed to know something to continue, let me.
No.
I just want to know who sewed all these clothes. I mean, this is great, but I really hope it wasn't those kids. Like, that's not ethical. Like, if the kids are sewing clothes, I'll feel bad about that.
Maybe it's like a disciplinary school or something. It's like,
Yeah, that would make me feel bad.
why would it make you feel bad?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel good.
I
But these are
mean-
really well done, right? Like, this is nice. Like,
This
I
is
like
probably the
those.
cleanest I've been since
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'm also worried about how they measured me while I was sleeping. That's the other thing that I'm a little worried about.
All right.
You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna assume
that's a rabbit hole
I
you
will.
don't want to go down, man.
I suppose we. I mean, I suppose we could get changed, and like as soon as Esme says that, like all of a sudden she's wearing like this black heavy armor, and then it like immediately just goes away.
It must have put something in our food too.
But Mother Esme,
Mm-hmm.
what just happened?
Well, we just woke up, and I think we're about to go get breakfast.
It's just there was a little like a momentary dark vibe.
A what?
Yeah, just like a little, just like real quick, and then it was gone.
Are you all right?
Black Knight of the Bridge.
Yeah, it was like dark armor. Nothing happened. You didn't do anything.
None shall pass.
Did something happen to you?
No, it happened to you. It was you.
Oh.
I was standing here. I was admiring these clothes, and then you said you were going to change, and then all of a sudden you didn't.
No, I'm just wearing these pajamas.
looking over at Azok, kind of looking around the room. Just to confirm, did anyone else see what I saw?
It's definitely the food.
Okay.
Azok's gonna not gonna eat. He's
All right. So what's the list for today, y'all?
Well, I suppose we should talk about well, I know we need to. Well, maybe Shauna. Yes, we should talk to Shauna. She brought us here for a reason.
might have been just to like see home one more time.
What do you mean one more time?
I don't know. I just one more time before we start going out somewhere.
Oh,
And is this technically still her home if we're in the wrong timeline? Is it somebody else, some different Shauna's home?
Oh, I don't know. That it's just timelines is a whole new vocabulary to me. I have no idea how that works.
well, apparently we're really close to the convent, according to Shauna. And if you don't like to see that,
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I don't know literally nothing about any of you. So like, any chance to like.
Oh, we haven't even done introductions, have we?
Not really. No.
My name is
Kind of
Esme.
Dove right into the point.
we fought dragons together. We both died together. That's.
It's a special
Right.
bond.
No, that's a
Yeah.
good point. We should over breakfast have a meet and greet. I think that would be nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. I guess I will eat then. I'll just kind of sit there, mimic eating.
Everybody's gonna get a message in their head as Shauna has put up the magnificent mansion, which I don't think Azok's been in yet, even. So, yes, she's going to ping everybody and go, "Oh, brunch time is in the mansion. We can all eat together without being worried about the children."
Yeah,
All
cool.
right.
Oh, right. Yes.
Azok, this would be the mansion that will be inside this mansion that we're inside of right now. This is a second level mansion.
Oh wow, you wizards party
Right?
differently.
Totally.
It's very similar to that library within a library concept, too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then I have to preface a question here. Are we going to be lost in this mansion for 2 months?
It hasn't happened before.
Not this one.
Not this one, no.
Yeah, not this night.
I mean, I've never cast it, but I have been working on creating a temple.
Oh, that's crazy. Like we talking like a building.
Yes, like a large temple.
It stays there.
Well, I suppose if I kept it up long enough, it would stay there.
Oh,
I'd love to see that. That sounds awesome.
Yep.
Best I can do. I can make woods grow for a couple 100 feet, but I haven't had a chance to try that yet. So I'm curious to see how that looks. But no, brunch.
Brunch.
Sean, you can describe your mansion.
Yes, as Azok enters the mansion, she'll be like, "Ah, perfect. Y'all made it. You'll see a giant statue of Gothic. The
Is it
30-foot
life-size?
statue. Yep, it is totally life size in every way. And as you enter, a bunch of these little like miniature like they look human, and they all have these long silver hair, and they all come up to you asking you if you'd like food, or can they take your jacket, or clean anything you want. And John's like, "Oh, don't mind them. Those are mini pals. They're a reference to Palin. Yes, he was an old traveling member that we lost in the library, but they look exactly like him. They're just miniature."
I just met him, but yeah, this never happened before, so I'll take off the rat patch bug together vermis shroud, put that up, give that to somebody, and see if they can watch that again. I'll let my hair down. I'll get comfy.
Oh, I should tell you, there is a room for you in this mansion. I was actually working on it a little bit last night.
There's no what? And he's gonna. Which one?
Ah, follow me, and she'll lead you to your room. And inside the room, once you enter, it's very woody and like vegetation everywhere. But half of it looks like Zadash before the Deadlands, like what you would remember of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what Shauna would remember of it going through there, and then the other half is kind of afterwards, just to make you still not, so you don't ever forget. And then just like half the room's a mix between, and just like whatever you can imagine of like what you would lay on and the things you like to do, you find in here.
Think like it just kind of just looks like a kid's like a adolescence room. Because Azok's not that old. Like he was just like a late teen when the Deadlands hit. So 3 years later, he's barely in his 20s, and he's still just doesn't like that boyish wonder is the first time you're seeing this right now. Is he just like gets a semblance of like what that looked like and like where he's come from and things like that. He's got but everything just looks kind of generic. There's like a chemistry set. That's kind of the only special thing right there. That he thinks about his mom most of the time, and then yeah, that's I don't know what to say. Other than you are really great at interior decorating, but that's
Welcome to
done
the
by
group.
magic, right?
Yes. You'll find rooms around. If you imagine it, you'll find it. If you need a rest room, a tea room, a fighting room, I mean, they're kind of everywhere. There's about 200 servants in the mansion, so. And as Goodnight has figured, they come back if you punch them. Don't worry.
That sounds like good night.
But yes, let's all sit down and have breakfast. Because there's one thing I'm curious if you'd all accompany me in doing.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
And after we eat breakfast, I don't know if this is going to work, but she is going to cast telepathic bond on each of us, trying to connect our minds. As then she reaches out and goes, this is something very personal. So you'll get to see pretty much my life probably. And then she goes and does contact other plane. But she's trying to reach out to her mother.
Okay.
I have foreseen this dice roll. I get a 17 on the die.
And for your end save.
And I do want to say, as the spell is starting to begin, Shauna's mind just starts doing these little flashes of you see her as this little girl back in the Blooming Grove, where she grew up, very close to the Sablier Woods, with her tribe of other pallid elves, a family almost, really, many brothers and sisters. She looks to be one of the oldest. And then another flash happens, and you see this human man wearing garments of the Empire, wizard robes, come in, take an eye to Shauna, as you see little discussions go between her mother and him, and then a deal is made to have her come study with him. Another flash happens. You see her at a different place in Rexendrim, in the Cerebrus Assembly, getting trained, but in a way of almost torture training, stripping her of her dignity and will, also implanting these crystals into her arm, giving her this power, training her in ways of death and assassinations and workings, and you watch slowly glimpse of her doing terrible deeds until you come back to her and Trent Ickathon standing at their village once again, where he looks to her and goes, "This is your final mission, to prove your loyalty." And she just nods at him. And they go into the village, and the whole village celebrates her return of this daughter who's became this high mage, almost apprenticed in the Empire. And they have a buffet and a banquet, and it's beautiful and lovely. And then halfway through, Trent's eyes just turn to Shauna, and he gives her a look, and at that moment, flames start all around. Everyone perishes in the fires. Shauna's cries, but makes no move in voice, no move in facial expressions except tears. As another flashes go by, her memory gets erased of that moment and replaced by Trent, to make it feel like he was the one that saved her as orcs attacked. And then you all sit and see as it goes back to now, as she reaches out, hoping all of you are connected with her mind as she reaches out towards her mother.
And there's many whispers, most thousands, as though you're pushing through almost a liquid of souls. And in the midst, there's a shining as you feel your magic almost pull disparate pieces of consciousness in this vast ocean together, and you see just a faint outline of your mother. Shauna.
Mother, I'm sorry for everything, but I know you've been watching over me. I know you've seen what has been done. I must ask, can you ever forgive me?
Yes. She wants to say more, but the nature of this magic seems to hold her back. Pushes, but no other response.
Mother, have I made you proud in taking in the corruption and healing the land? Not being able to bring you back and the family, but in a way to redeem myself in your eyes.
It's I. She pushes harder now. Oh, I'm sorry for giving you to that man. You only have to atone to you. No one else, darling. Do you feel right?
He still lives. I thought I slayed him once, but he still lives. I don't know if I should attempt this again, or if I should let bygones be bygones. Do you feel like I should follow through and right the wrong that he caused?
The question is, did you really change when you gave up those crystals and chose your new path? Or are you still under his thumb?
Shauna cries for a second and pulls herself together and goes, just one more thing. Even knowing there's 2 more questions, she just... My friend, Esme, I don't know if you know this, but being the one who gave me my gift, can I somehow reconnect her with her mother and reunite them in a way we cannot?
No mother can truly be separate from their daughter. You must find what is left of the mother, not the woman she became.
I love you, Shanilia, and I will honor you and your memories for the thousands of years I live.
Say that, it fades.
Was the rest of the group able to kind of see all this?
You got the whole thing?
Perfect. And then she kind of turns to Mother Esme and places her hands on hers and goes, there's hope. From another mother. You heard her words. There's hope.
And sorrow.
Exactly. And then Shauna kind of puts herself together and goes, thank you all. It's just been something I felt like I needed to do. I haven't spoken or seen her since that day.
Chop will run over and just hug Shauna.
Thank you, Dewdrop.
And just kind of compose himself and sit back down.
Well, if Wildmount changed, do you think Biestel remembers us actually ever coming there? I also pondered that, why you all slept. And I've been wondering if Carrion actually, if they forgot that he actually existed and went on his way to Mulliswere.
It's not our old. Once you think about it, they don't remember our job, so
We won't get paid.
we won't get paid.
I
We
guess
just
we
have-
can reach out to Carrion and see, because Carrion will remember us.
He should. He was there with us.
Yeah.
So we can at least see what kind of reception he got. I mean, even if they don't remember us, we did save the Savalier Woods, so things will get better. You know, they won't know why, but things will get better.
Mother Esme, do you feel up to sending him a message?
Of course.
Can that be done from in here? Or do we have to wait
Yes.
till we leave the room? Oh, okay.
No, it can be done.
I don't know how this arcane stuff works. It's,
Still learning it.
yeah.
You guys can enroll in school down below if you ever actually want to take classes. I will
Really?
I will help with the tuition and give you a discount heavily.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Because we're probably not getting paid. So,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
probably pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, well, I don't remember the last time I've ever been paid. So this will be interesting.
All right. So what's next?
Guess we're sending a message, right?
Esme will send a message to Careless. I mean,
Kyrian, yeah. Not the goblin. Yeah, not the goblin psychologist. Yep.
Foblin.
Yeah, Foblin. True.
Yes. Carrion, it's Esme. As you've no doubt discovered, the world has changed. What sort of reception were you given upon delivering the requested items?
Good to know I have not lost my mind. You all remembered here. Most of what we have gone through is fine. So, they have accepted the heart. And I have your payment.
They have accepted the heart, and he has our payment.
Oh, well, that's surprising news. So we said everything was fine?
No. He definitely has seen the results of the same sorts of things we have.
But they remembered us.
Yes.
So it's not everywhere affected. It's so weird. Well,
Well, I can get us there today, or whoever needs to come, so that we can pick up that reward, which will surely come in handy.
Yeah.
I'm ready whenever you all are.
Someone can get us back.
Well, but before we go anywhere, Azok had brought a concern. In the sense that we haven't, as a group, gotten a chance to meet him.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, that was... Shadows was a lot. Doing all that was a lot. God, where do I start?
Yes, do you have cool ways to show us?
I have a what?
Cool ways to show us like I did with your memories.
Yes, can you do that? That was actually
We're
quite
going to be
cool.
disappointed if you
I mean, we all still telepathically bonded. I feel like there's some way you get some images.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then, as he explains, you will see images of a half-orc that you barely remember because on the first or second day he was reincarnated. But you see a happy kid. Had a brother and a sister, single mom, and they lived over in Diastok, which is a town on the western side of Wanandir, aka Dwendalian Empire, stuff like that. And there is like just regular memories. Like there's one where he's helping his mom in her alchemy shop, and then he's helping her with something, but and then she messes up, and then he tries to fix it and gets the scar on his from like an acid burn on his chest. You see another flash of escaping Diastok, some crazy magic that forced them out, and they start fleeing into a mine, just a couple miles outside of Diastok, and then flashing to quickly escaping a cloud kill spell that wiped out most of those refugees, and him running through that, him being led by a group of random adventurers, which I don't think any of you would know. Then a Null attack, which is where he loses his sister. She gets kidnapped by a Null and gets tracked off. And then you see him and the refugees go to Zadash, and that's when it quickly just turns into like strobing effects of just people panicking. The undead start pouring out of the city. He gets separated by from his mom and his brother, and then just being alone for a long, long time. And then his abilities start coming up. Starts living off the land. And then a lot of time goes by, and then he's somewhere in another part of the continent at a funeral where that original group that took him out of the mines is there, but they've lost somebody. And then he's just traveling with them for a couple of months. You see the tower that looks like the floating tower that we were just in, crumbled on the ground. Fog, giant lobster monster, green dragon that says "I wish" to be a great worm, and it mutates and ascends into the sky. You see going to Nicodranus. If any of you guys have ever been there, you know like it's kind of hard to miss. Just like the coastal town, bright skies, and then it goes dark in front of this one house where we're fighting off banshees and other domain of dread creatures. And then this one woman that was tied up gets shoved into a door and it closes. Flashes forward to a Rakshasa fight and it getting sliced in half by some dude with a giant longsword. And then it kind of just shifts into being back in the Deadlands, heading north, and eventually falling through a portal to see all of you. And then just brief moments of just flashes of a mother and a brother and not knowing where they are. And he just kind of stays quiet for a minute.
Esme, who had just been expecting a name and a hobby, just kind of takes a sip of tea.
This group's really good at connecting family with lost family members.
It's like what we do
Azok.
half the time.
It really is. I mean, Critter's mom we found in Molismere randomly.
Weren't even looking.
Speaking of Critters, your mom's still following us around. We haven't really discussed that.
Yeah. I saw her the other day, like just walking around near us. So she's still here?
Yeah, I'm assuming she's near the temple. Supposedly Presley is some big cleric with the Raven Queen here, and I'm sure she's just trying to meet someone else because she's the only cleric of the Raven Queen I've known, and to stumble upon Shauna and her home here with another cleric is a rare sight for me, even. So.
Yeah, you grew up north of here, right, Critters? In Palebank.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mother will have very interesting things to discuss with Presley.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not sure if she was there. She told me that Palebank's gone. And
yeah, the trolls kind of went through there.
Kind of thought so.
Actually, that might not have happened now, though. It might be back. No, it's not in the. Never mind. It's not in
I was about to say,
Empire.
Aren't we a little bit further?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
probably
also I'm also a little curious about the whole memory swap of things, because if things have changed at Wildmount, I wonder how much of my past has changed. I've tried scrying. There's no way of me knowing for sure what's really changed.
Have you tried scrying on your mother or your brother?
I still think they're in Zadash, and I've tried scrying on that just yesterday, and it's all attempts
We
of...
don't know. If time went back, they could still be in Estelle. They could have never left.
Okay. Then I guess Azok's gonna put a greenish orb on the middle of the table and kind of just stare at it. And as he's doing the ritual for scrying, I guess you all will kind of telepathically get some imagery as well. And he's going to start focusing on his mom.
You push, and unfortunately, well, things have changed. Some of this has stayed.
He just gets frustrated. Like he kind of just pushes the plate in front of him away and just gets really angry for a second.
I don't like being robbed of my experiences. I don't know what it means. I mean, if I never met Paylor, then what kind of a person would I have been? Because despite his faults, he was my only friend. Does that mean I didn't have any friends?
But Mother Esme, you did beat Paylor. They just don't think you met Paylor.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't... What kind of a person do they think I am?
I don't think that matters. I think it's whatever you think you are.
But it does matter, though, because if it's me,
See, Mother, I came to that conclusion too, but in a different way, opposite of you wondering about your God and your friend. I killed my mentor that changed my life and caused that damage. I seeked out revenge, and I got it. And when I asked my mother, even, she said if I wanted to go down that path again. And it made me wonder, when I did get that revenge, it didn't heal me or fix anything or put away the pain that caused. Honestly, it just made things a little number.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. What if we're just on a delay?
I don't think that's the case.
But we don't know.
The thing
Where
is,
can we go to? Where can we know? Where can we go to where we can get those answers?
Ordinarily, I would have asked Paylor or Takesis, but I can't.
That's a good question. Who would you contact if you were to look out into the heavens?
I'm not sure.
Have you thought about trying?
I mean, I could try. I don't know what it would do, but I could try.
What's the worst that could hurt? I mean,
it could send a deity after us.
my former head wizard that I killed is already after us, so what's a deity?
It's a good point. Let's do
add
it.
more problems, first of all.
I don't even know how to prepare for this. I'll just
follow your heart.
I guess there's no point in kneeling. And so she just kind of closes her eyes. And she begins a ritual commune.
And are you still having the connection with everyone that you've had?
How long does telepathic bond stay up?
Oh, it's an hour.
And so it could be.
Yeah. So it's as long as Mother Esme wants us to see.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know what's going to happen, so she...
You all then hear breathing. Many breaths. And dance of voices. Fires of black, blue, innumerable, floating in fives, stretching out, billions of stars. And as if Esme sees herself just floating there in the expanseness. No ground. Just there. What do you do, Esme?
Well, this is strange. Do I feel a connection or a pull or...
You feel you're in a space.
All right. Okay, so I'm just going to ask. The changes wrought upon Wildmount and the Empire will they eventually affect my mind?
You sit there, and as you ask the question, you see a mighty river flows gray water, and you see all of you together as the waters rush past more like a wave and move over you. No wetness, and you come out dry. The rest of the world is soaked. You know.
Am I talking to a deity?
She explained nothing to you. Nothing. There was nothing explained to her. And laughter in various voices. she our sister? Do we have to call her sister? Or is she cousin? Is she us? There's never been one like her, except for the one that she was before. Mortar to mortal. Are a murderer. Talk to other murderer. In a lower voice. But you are the one now who parts and sees.
Can I undo what's happened to Wildmount?
And the fires go dark. You find yourself at that gate, that prison cell once more. As the one you know as Tiamat speaks. You can with your people find the source of the river. Go where the dam broke. The dam broke.
So she opens her eyes.
She does. Her eyes are vertical like a dragon's. And then back to normal.
That was visceral.
Yes.
This has been such a weird 36 hours.
Right? I was gonna say that. That's wow.
Mother Esme, was that Matt? We witnessed all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you spoke to Tiamat, but the first couple questions, it seemed you spoke to yourself, and then
Yes.
almost like a remnant of Takesis.
Yes.
It's a really good thing Goodnight was taking a nap while we did this.
I feel like I was talking to echoes. Things of people I've met in bits and pieces, and information here and information there that was coming together rather than talking to one fixed location.
Or you were talking to the next person to take the Dragon Queen's place.
I don't know.
They did say your people.
Well, I was wondering if they meant. Well, I mean that's open to interpretation. I mean, it could be talking about the Order of the Working Mother, or it could be talking about the Children of Sorrow, or it could be talking about dragons. I don't know. I mean, it could be any one of those things.
I'm going to say because it is not meant, that would not have been that archaic due to the nature of your spell. It meant you and this party. This
Okay.
group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Trying to be fun, but it's not meant to be confusing.
Okay.
Because the spell gives you answers.
That makes sense. But
Yeah, just meant all of us.
anyways, I mean, there is a chance that we could fix all this.
Yes,
did-
we have to go where the dam broke.
Yes, I was gonna say it did line up with being told about a river. I was
What?
also told about a river.
What fucking river are they talking about?
That is why I'm wondering if there's this action, if the river of time and possibility. But I'm wondering if there's an actual river created by the power of the magic of the wish that is funneling. There, I mean, but we wouldn't know about.
Well, I've seen it now. We've all seen it now. And surely we can find it.
In the vision at all, they didn't give any visuals of like terrain, any landmarks naturally.
Shauna was told where it was. Earlier.
Was it near where we were, or
You
was it?
said where you found my aunt.
Oh, Isilra.
Oyster,
No?
yeah. Before, yeah, just
Yeah, 'cause we
Vasselheim
found her-
hit my brain. That's why I was thinking. But no, you're
Yeah,
right.
no, yeah, because we found it in the temple north.
Right.
Are we going back to the temple?
That would. Oh. They played around with it there. We did find that order, the time domain. That door, remember, it was messed with, right?
Yes,
Or did we mess
yes.
with it?
No.
Yeah, it was broken.
Yeah, because we played with the order domain. This is the one that we messed around with. And the time one was broken. Oh.
I mean, you say played with. I mean, I feel like that gives the wrong impression to Azak here. I think it wasn't quite so careless as.
You guys literally walked over the door and just touched it,
Yeah.
and it opened, and
I
almost
don't.
a
I
dimension
remember,
came out.
No, I remember this very differently.
Hey, your problems are my problems.
Oh boy, things just got tough for you then.
So, is it to be a still and then to back to Isilra?
Then Singhorn for the Fey meet and greet. Which, you know, I mean, we can put that off, obviously, but I'm just worried about us carrying around such a important
Me too.
artifact.
Me too. We need to not look so hot right now. That is people are looking
These
for this
clothes are
thing.
really nice, and I think I appreciate the compliment. No, No.
I just got that. That was really sick. No, I mean, that is a payload, and people are looking for that. And I'd rather not piss anybody off because we're already pissing off gods. We're already pissing off somebody who's broken time.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm really worried I'm going to promise it to a third Fey Queen at some point.
So let's offload it then.
But where can we offload it?
I
can-
trust Nylumia.
You trust a Fey Queen. That
I
that
only
is
know
not
her as
the other
Nylumia.
Fey Queens.
Take it
Mother-
from me, it's just like I don't know this Fey Queen, not like you do, but I know Nylumia. If Titania and her are the same person, I'm inclined to trust her.
Speaking of Mother Esme, you were going to do legend lore on this honey star.
Correct.
Why don't we do that before we do decide?
Fair enough. But just so I'm aware, we are going to let them settle this, right? We're not settling this.
No.
So should we go to Be Still, do the meeting, and then Isilra? So we don't have the book with us?
I suppose.
Does that make more sense?
The less time we have it, probably the better. So yeah, I think that's probably as much as I'm dreading what the answer to this riddle is and how we decide who it goes to. I think that probably we have to do that next.
Again, we're not deciding anything. We are removing ourselves from this problem.
Yeah, we'll put it on a table in the middle of the room and have one of them on each side, and we'll just step out of the way.
Exactly.
that.
Let them
I like
throw
that.
things at each other, and we close the door, and whoever's left gets the book.
Seems reasonable to me.
Tuesdays would be very interesting, Josh. Okay.
All right. Wait, what are we doing first again?
Legend lore.
Honey Star.
Right. Of course. Let's see. Legend lore. Is this a roll?
I don't know.
Oh, no,
Fifth level
okay.
spell.
I have it.
And you just cast it and name your person
Okay.
or your thing.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it does consume it. Okay. I just need to consume my instance here. Make sure I have enough real quick. I do. All right. So consuming that, I will close my eyes. And I think. Yeah, she'll go ahead and say, Honey Star.
And you all connect. The world, fire, water and earth, and air colliding. Glass forms and then huge mountains to be destroyed by rushing rock. And seems in the midst powers of light, darkness, bring forth life. And solid land and order from the king. You recognize as the founding Sandria. And these forces are pushed. Utter chaos. And begin to form walls, planar boundaries. And in one, it seems to look over, dream, and nightmare, the wilds of Fey and Shadow. See a war. A war of elves. Churning all powers of Fey against each other. Great beings greater than any elf are slain. Bodies turning blue crystalline. Breaking. Shattering to the mortal world, creating monstrosities, chimera, hydras that seek and eat the mortals. Thus dreams are stopped and Fey weaken. And then there are figures. Various beings, some rather horrid, others of light, but they, in this world of Fey, push back, separate shadow, dread, doom, the forces of delight. Making these things that were once one to dread and doom constantly wanted to come back. And the battles just took so many lives that a wall was built. Some these beings who seem to make the pillars stayed together, this vast forest and wild, and others touch a piece that floats off from the main and changes almost as they direct. Domain upon domain are created, severed, both the darkness, the dread, and the wild, to create a particular delight. In one world, one bright figure simply looks bored. Moment shatters, creating many tinier versions. Really copies, just family of pixies. Let her about as time passes. And then seems as centuries go by. Others are asked to take up the pillars. Though something's passed down, and creature after creature says no, runs away to the mortal world. The ones fade to darkness, but these group seem to go about their duties of almost chaos and frivolity. But one by one are tempted away. And there are many pixies after so many centuries, but only certain ones that bear direct light to the first. Then one you finally come to, you know, is Honey Star. Tempted away, transformed into a satyr. They break through boundaries, their domain of light taking over. Another pillar keeps the shadow out, falls. See this being go through many trials before they reclaim, come bursting back into their world, to this lost domain, and like the main wilds, lead ferocious armies back. Reclaim this domain, set up a pillar that can hold off a bit of the wall. As you see other pillars, some you had to do with, be put back, but not all. Then as you see this little being of light, there's the shadow of a human that looms over her, hunting not just their shadow, but in a weird way you see her own shadow that hunts her as well. Honey Star, a queen, hunted by a man and her own guilt from the past. The last of royalty of a domain of delight.
It's always a little trippy, casting that.
I need coffee.
Well, I suppose there's only more questions than answers from that.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But at least we know neither of them are evil, necessarily.
No, she seems legit. Is that what this whole thing's about? Pillars? Does this book have something to do with it?
Dewdrop, have you looked at the book?
I believe I opened it. Did I open it when we were in the... I felt like I'm gonna pull it out of my pack. I feel like I opened it and we talked about it. It was like it felt like agreements and contracts and things like that. Does that sound right, Matt? Or is that something else?
Yeah, and looking at it and going this, it seems there are... You can understand that there are rules, and it is almost the architecture of the barriers that you saw, the pillars. Putting it together, it's as if the responsibility, as if the beings of Fae long ago had moved their power to be able to not have to do with them as individuals, but their promises. And this book represents those promises, or are these promises. And again, you think the pillars were broken in that vision because they broke their promises. Royal families had heirs who left, wanted to play rather than take up their role, embrace chaos and frivolity instead of the duties. And some reject chaos in form of mortal lives. Whatever it was, these mystic ways that had held up for centuries were abandoned, and thus walls were cracked.
Well, I'm sure they can come to a mutually agreed upon. I mean, if it's for the Fae, I would assume, wouldn't they both be on the same side?
I know there's a lot of, well, I don't quite understand, the relation to the courts that they have, but I know there's a lot of competition between the courts. And I don't know exactly where they fall in that.
Right.
Again, we're not trying to solve this problem, like we said. We're merely here to
Adjudicate.
Take it to the right people.
Right. Exactly. All right. That's a good point. Well, where are we going next?
Stay still.
Yep. Pick
Get
up some
paid.
fresh money, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
John, is there anything we need to do here? And are you planning to come with us?
I mean, I was planning on it. So
Okay.
can we not enter the town exactly?
Yep.
Maybe on an outskirt tree.
Yep, absolutely. Get us maybe just a little outside of town.
Perfect.
Then
And
I
then-
will. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Shauna's just gonna do message cantrips to everybody that downstairs and let them know she's leaving, and we'll be contacting them down the road. Be safe for now.
All right, we'll need to go outside for this.
Oh, and you asked your friend, that kind lady that we met, if she's aware of any convents in the area.
I will totally check with her, and I'll even have her maybe scout some out to see if. What's your mom? What's her name again?
Oh, you mean the Elder Mother?
Yes, the elder mother.
Yes.
The elder. Yep. Okay. And Shauna, like, point her finger, mumble a couple words, and roll a deception check here.
Are you trying to deceive Esme?
That's a 14.
Hold on.
What's your passive insight?
Her passive insight is a 25.
Yeah, you totally see Shauna just like blubbering words, pointing her finger.
Shauna,
Okay, Tavis, can you locate the elder mother in a close by convent for when we return? Love, Esme. And
You want me to abduct an elder mother? Not the weirdest thing you've asked.
no.
Sure, why not? I need to go into town for supplies.
Nope.
To get the right one, but I'll do it.
That can only go well.
That's a one shot right there, guys.
Sorry about that. You think she's going?
She's definitely going to grab somebody.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, hopefully. We should probably head out now.
All right.
All right. We'll find a suitable grove of plants and trees. And I will.
Before heading out,
Oh,
Chris will ask if Ravina wants to stay back too, or if she wants to go with. I'm sure I'll be back in Uther sometime soon. There's no fingers crossed behind his back or anything like that.
What are you doing?
Leaving Ravina. Blackwood.
Laverina. Okay, yeah, Savina stays.
All right. Then I will whisper the incantation as we pull up to the suitable grove of plants. Call a portal to a tree a bit outside of town that I noticed, and I will say, "Everybody go!"
Interesting. Yeah. You end up having to hike quite a bit.
Yeah,
That's fine.
It's a good day to get to a tree. But
Yep.
then yeah.
no problem.
Then boom. And Shauna coming there or not coming there? I'm confused.
She's going with.
Oh, are you trying to get because you've never been outside of Pistel. So you're gonna go
I thought
right.
when we left through the tree tunnels would have given us some kind of.
You could come out there through part of the tree trunk. That's true.
That's kind of what I was hoping.
But it's part of like in the center of the area. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, so you come and soon your presence seems detected, and it is like a festival going on outside. You can hear the music, and soon part of the tree opens up, and popping into his Cayenne goes, "Aye, you've come."
We do have a little dilemma. Shauna got super corrupted. I don't know if you were there for that part.
Yeah, yes. That was,
Okay.
And he goes, and that's right. And he looks, and there's this dead score on his shoulder. Shit.
Yeah, we need to keep her kind of
You see
outside
her
of the-
up on her broom, and she just flies
Perfect.
instantly into the air, like 30 feet up on
These
her broom.
birds.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to get better at this.
It's just
Druids they don't have general repose, do they?
In fact, part of the tree rots from the inside. It's like, oh no! And he starts like
man.
putting flat growth up, like crap. And he's like, outside the tree.
We'll fix it later, all right?
Yep.
She's a new creation of corruption. Yes. Thank you. Let's see. And they were all celebrating. They've left me to dole out the things. And he does have a chest of 10,000 gold.
Yes, sir.
How many of us are there normally?
7.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
And in addition, in here is a leather satchel. In it are 7 superior healing potions.
Oh shit.
Keep those away from Shauna, please.
Oh yeah.
She's already up there, yeah.
Hey guys, where'd you get down there? Oh, okay. I guess you go up. Never mind.
Yeah. And then there are also 3 twigs wound in silver that, if broken, will activate Tree Stride and then be
Yes.
unusable.
That's crazy, actually.
Do we have a
Not transport via plants.
Yeah.
Tree
Tree stride.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can cast that, so I don't need to carry those.
Same. Yeah. So.
You're
Jeb,
muted.
You're muted.
Jeb.
Critters will take one.
Yeah.
Why don't you take all 3 just for the moment, and then when we
Okay.
get with the whole party, we can see if anybody else wants to.
Yeah, you may want to decide on designated does not get near Shauna with the potions person.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could just put them on Ozzy.
Will a bag of holding keep? Is it like?
I had a bag of holding, and
It went right through it.
Yeah, it went right through it.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
We're
How
gonna
far
have-
do we have to stay away from Shauna?
I don't know if you've
10
tested
feet.
it, but it's 10 feet. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
have to.
testing it.
When we get somewhere where they have good craftsmen, we'll see if we can experiment with some different containers that might be Shauna proof. And but yeah, for now, maybe someone just stay 10 feet away.
Sure.
Doesn't
Yeah.
like
How
me the most.
many superiors? Yeah, you're cool, but yeah. How many superior potions?
7.
7.
Awesome.
Cool. Your place got moved to the basement in the mansion. Thank you.
It's totally fine. Seven of those. Bag of holding. Got it. And if we're divvying up 10,000,
1428.
1428 gold, and then like 5 silver, 50 silver, 7 copper, or is it just 57 silver?
Just do 1429, and then everyone's fine.
There we go.
I refuse to care about that crap.
Very important. We can't mess up the economy.
I have
Um,
2012. I have 2012 gold, guys.
All right.
Those tree stride items, are they in D&D Beyond, or is that just something I have to keep a mental note or keep a note of?
They're not in D&D Beyond now.
You can make a custom
Yeah.
thing on the desktop.
Yeah. Or you could add like a scroll of Tree Stride and just know that it's activated by
Okay.
doing the twig or making a note of it. Because it's essentially what it is. Except you don't have to do the checks.
Just remember that's concentration too.
Mhm.
Is there proper shopping here, or should we wait till our next destination?
I mean, you can definitely get any general equipment and spell reagents
Okay.
without any issue, but I think it'd be good to know kind of where you want to story next, because I know you kind of did your stuff, and here, okay, kind of want your next thing to.
I feel like the Silra is the next thing, because that's a huge thing with as I don't know, guys. I don't know the whole backstory of Silra, but we did say we were going there next.
Were we going to do Singorn and try to get the meeting of the phase? I forgot what order we decided.
That's
like
right.
20 minutes ago.
You're absolutely right.
Depends how much
Yeah.
you want to go into that. Like how much. So I would say in a year it's probably going to be like a thing. So do you want to like have the thing set out and they just, hey, we left this book in Singorn, come get it.
Just at Singorn Cinco's,
You tell me what you all want to do. What do you all want to
Leave
do?
it in the care of the children.
The reason, well, that's why Esme suggested Sinkhorn, because she has so many followers there.
zombie children. Yep.
Yeah, that it would be hell to get through in order to get the book without.
That makes me worried, but then again, that chaos sounds like fun.
Yep.
But I mean, if we could say we could just be a little wibble wobbly with time, actually, because we don't know how when each party is going to be able to do this, like when we're going to get Honeystar and Nylumia in the same session, so. I don't know how we're doing that.
Well,
Yeah,
technically, okay. So, Wizard Nylumia does have teleport.
Yes, I know. Just
down
player
on
wise,
Roshanna.
I'm just gonna go mute myself.
I mean, I guess this would be more me, Matt, and Mother Esme talking, or Honeydew. I don't know, like figuring out when. I don't know.
I mean, I think just decide how you want to do this, and then
I'm
whatever.
fine with-
Because I mean, literally, there's like enough. What do you want to do? Because I think,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if the Chinese play wherever can make it another one at all. So I would
Right.
just do what we
Yeah.
can, do what we know what to do, and just pick what you're.
Right. Yeah. And
So if you want to do that next, we could do that next session, and we can have some stuff around that going.
cool.
So
Sounds good to
Singor?
me. Sounds good to me.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So going a little bit of the Fey Fey agreement arc.
I'm gonna pick up some reagents while we're here as well, since just
So yeah. Like for me, it stops the oh yeah, and you do it part, which was a lot of this. Like, hey, you want to do this? Let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. Actually, I'm gonna get into some stuff and move it. And what might be there? Perfect. In that case, we're end for tonight. I think we'll just kind of go with your Rivo and Singoran next week. If there's anything in particular you'd love to see, go ahead and just like kind of Discord message me. Like as far as like things you think of the character, like just to help me move through. And with that, everyone watching, thank you so much. And we will see you next week as we start some new shenanigans. See you then.